Hey guys, what's going on? This is Andrew here today, and I figured now would be a good time to make a pickups video because it has been a very long time since I've made one. Ever since before my Nintendo Switch OLED video for the Pokemon one, I have to say. I'm feeling pretty sick right now, but I don't really have much else to do, and it gives me a headache to play video games, so I figured I would just record a video since there's not really a lot here. But I went to this retro game store that was next to one of the GameStop locations I work at. It's not really just a retro game store though. It actually has a ton of other stuff, like music and all that stuff, and a ton of other cool things. The name of this place was called Mr. Cheapo. It is located in Comac, New York. Essentially they have CDs and records and all that stuff, but they also had a video game section that I didn't know about. Now keep in mind I had only been at this GameStop location one time other than this, so I didn't really get a chance to look at the store, but since I got there early one of the days, I ended up checking it out and figuring out that they had video games in there as well. But this is their little business card right here. The name of the business is Mr. Cheapo. I went in there and they had some really nice deals on video games and stuff. Honestly, better than pretty much any retro game store I've probably ever been to in general. So I have to say, it really did end up being a good day, and I could definitely see myself going back there and picking up some more games over time, especially for like Xbox 360 and PS3 stuff, because that was some of the stuff that I had bargains on, and some PS2 stuff in here as well. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into what I got. Man, this feels so nostalgic. I know it's only been a few months, but it feels like I haven't done this in forever. So starting off, the first game that I had my eye on the list was the Beatles Rock Band for the PS3. So I also own this game on the Xbox 360. This is known as possibly the easiest Guitar Hero game, or just in general Guitar Hero / Rock Band game to full game FC, since the difficulty of Beatles songs on the game are not hard in any standard, in my opinion. Some of the songs are semi-challenging where they at least took me a little while, but for the most part the songs in this game were pretty easy. So much to the point where when I picked this game up after I got sick, which I'm still sick now, I decided to sit down and kind of challenge myself and be like, hey, so this is one of the easiest games to go for. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a half-broken guitar, which I have a really crappy PS3 guitar. I'm going to lay down while playing this game, and I'm going to do it sick and on an HD TV on top of that. And usually if you're into rhythm games and stuff, HD TVs aren't the 100% best to play these on because there tends to be a little bit of input lag compared to when you're playing it on a CRT. So usually it's not very preferred. I have to say, it actually wasn't the worst experience doing it on my 4K monitor up there, but it definitely would have been better if I did it on like the HD CRT behind me. But I ended up doing it. I got the full game FC. I got 41 out of 41 songs. So this is now my second full game FC in the entire Rock Band and Guitar Hero franchise. My first one being Guitar Hero Aerosmith that I did when I was way back in 8th grade, and I'm looking to go for Guitar Hero 5 next. But I didn't get this game because I thought I was going to enjoy it. I got this game because I'm trying to collect every single Rock Band and Guitar Hero game across every single platform that it exists on. I already have a full collection on the Xbox 360, the Wii, and the PC, and now I'm just trying to go PS3, Xbox, PS3 and PS2 or what I have remaining. Or actually, you know what, when it comes to the Rock Band games, I still have to complete the rest of the collection across the other platforms too. But yeah, I got this game knowing I was going to hate it, and well, you know, I hated every second of it. And especially since I was sick, some of the backgrounds when you were playing the songs just gave me a major headache because it's too colorful. Some things are spinning. It was the worst experience I've ever had in a rhythm game. It seriously was just torture. And on top of that, when it comes to an engine like Rock Band, it's not like with Clone Hero how it's very loose and you can just kind of strum offbeat or, you know, like outside of the hit window and still hit a lot of things. You have to be pretty precise with these games. So when I'd zone out, I would end up missing in random places that I wouldn't normally miss. So doing this while tired didn't help, and doing it while sick definitely made it even more of a handicap. But at the end of the day, I got it. Let's look at the next game that I got, being Rock Band for the PS3, which I didn't know wouldn't work with my Guitar Hero guitar. It turns out you're actually going to need a Rock Band guitar to play this game. I tried using my Guitar Hero 5 guitar. didn't end up working, which is pretty weird because I know on the Xbox 360 I was able to use an Explorer on their original Rock Band, and you can even use modded guitars such as an Arduino guitar, which the Guitar Hero community has been working on to essentially optimize the game a little bit more, make it to where it's a little more feasible to play these kind of games, because it feels a lot better with the better switches and the better hardware. But that's kind of besides the point. I got this game thinking I'd be able to play it, and I don't have a Rock Band guitar for PS3 at the moment, so I pretty much have no way of playing this. But I did add it to the collection. It was only $10, which is not bad for the original Rock Band, so I said I'll take it. So I actually got the exact same game for PS2. Same exact situation. I tried using the Guitar Hero 5 guitar. I did it on the backwards compatible PS3. So funny enough, I played both versions on the same PS3, but the guitar wouldn't work. I don't know if the SG would work on something like this. Like if I plugged in the PS2 guitar and did this on the original PS2, if it would play the game that way. Haven't actually tried that. It would be an interesting thing to try out, but it's just something I didn't get around to doing. So I figured, you know what? I just added them to my collection. I'm not going to return them because, well, one, I don't think you can return them. I didn't really ask the return policy, and two, I mean, I'm not going to return the games because like I said before, I wanted to add these games to my collection anyway, and they're fully working, and they're in great condition, and have everything that I would want with them. So yeah, that's pretty much there. I think that was it for the Rock Band games I got. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff that I got here. So when I saw this sitting on the shelf, I actually was pretty surprised because I didn't know that this existed. When it comes to like pre-2015, 2016, I wasn't really paying attention to a lot of the things that launched. I just knew games came out and all that stuff, so there's still a lot of things that I don't know that exist in terms of special editions or limited editions or anything along those lines, but I found GTA 5 for the Xbox 360 in the Steelbook, which I thought was really cool in and of itself, and it was only about $20, so I figured this would be cool for me to pick up. I don't know how much something like this would be worth, but I didn't really care because I am a big GTA 5 fan. If you guys have heard me talk about it, I have actually completed it on every single platform. As of recently, I finally finished it on the Series X and the S, so that made me complete it on every single platform, and I'm currently going for 100% on every single platform as well. Starting with PS5 is what I'm going to be doing, and then I'm going to just figure out which way I want to do it afterwards. So when it comes to the Xbox 360 version, I already own the 360 version, but since I had the Steelbook, I figured I'd also just get this as well. And it looks like it was complete too. It came with the map and everything, had all the manuals in there, all the cool stuff that you want with GTA 5, and then you got the two discs, the install discs and the play disc, because you would get this pretty often with the 360 games where they wouldn't be able to fit on the DVD because Xbox 360 refused to go to Blu-rays, and PlayStation had definitely one-up them in that regard during that generation when it came to media discs and all that stuff. But honestly, having a second copy of this is pretty cool. I can probably just get my dad now officially my copy of GTA 5 because it's the only game that he will play on Xbox. He refuses to get another console. Probably only time I can ever see him potentially going for another one is if GTA 6 comes out, and he even is interested in when that time comes. But yeah, I got GTA 5 in its Steelbook. Definitely very interesting. I don't know if I still have my save file on the original Xbox 360 that I have, so I might have to replay the game if I'm going for 100% on all platforms, and since I got another copy of it, what better time than to do that? Alright, so we are down to my last two games of the pickups video. Starting off, we've got an Xbox 360 game, being Call of Duty 3, which I already owned on, I think, the Wii already. I forgot what platform I already owned this on, because I know I have it on another platform. I might actually own this on the original Xbox if I remember, but without my glasses I can't read, and wearing my glasses for too long gives me a headache when I'm not doing anything, so I just took them off for this, just for the video. But yeah, I know I already own this game, but this is probably the best platform to own it on, so I figured I'd get it again if I was going to be going for the Call of Duty campaigns, because one of these days I would like to finish every Call of Duty campaign. I was in love with everyone that I've played, minus like a few select ones like Black Ops 3 and Cold War and Vanguard. There's a lot of the Call of Duty games have insane, just amazing stories in their campaigns, and honestly, I would love to see what a game like this has to offer. Plus, this game gave birth to one of my favorite memes of all time of that decade, where essentially you have this guy over here screaming, "You're shooting the wrong way, dickface," and then you have it zoomed in on his face and he goes, "How do I quick scope?" That's one of my favorite memes from that time. I just think it's the funniest thing, and the irony behind it is just pretty funny. I never actually played COD 3 before, except on the Wii at my grandfather's house, like very briefly. So never ended up finishing it, but I guarantee this would be the best way to do it, considering it's the Xbox 360 version, and at least I'll have a 360 controller to play it on, and not a Wiimote. So yeah, the very last game that was there that I was surprised to see for the price that I got it for, Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PS2 for only $8. So I already own this game on the original Xbox. I have the full Star Wars collection on the OG Xbox. One of these days, just like with a lot of other things, I would like to own every single Star Wars game across every single platform. I already own every PC Star Wars game at the moment, every original Xbox Star Wars game at the moment. I would like to also collect them on the PS2 as well. This game is one of the best ones that has ever existed in terms of Star Wars games. This is one of my favorite games of that generation in general, so just finally own it on the PS2 is definitely something that I've wanted to do for a while. I think I might have already owned the first one, not 100% sure. No, it's not looking like I own any of the Battlefronts on PS2 right now, so this is my first one. I will collect the other ones as well, but I was very happy to see this at the store, especially for the price it was, because I'm pretty sure I've seen this for a lot more expensive in other places. But yeah, guys, that is everything that I got in terms of pickups and all that stuff. I will be picking up some more stuff down the line, but the problem is I have just spent a lot of money lately when it comes to consoles, hardware, and games, especially games in general, considering these past few months have just been really solid releases with games such as Dead Space, Kirby, Metroid. Most of those I listed being remakes, but whatever the case may be, it's been a really good few months of game releases, and we've got another couple of months of really good game releases too that I'm really excited for. Despite being a retro guy, this is a really big time, I'd say, for the modern gaming scene, just because there's a lot of good games coming out the past few months, where I feel like the past few years have been kind of lackluster. This is shaping out already to be a good year for modern gaming, so we'll see how much more I collect in terms of the older stuff, but seeing that there's now a retro game store right next to one of my GameStops I work at, it's probably going to end up going there pretty often and picking up some more games for these cheap prices. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Welcome back to watching these kind of videos. I know it's been a while since I made one of these, and I appreciate you guys coming back when you did. Have a good one, everybody.